Morning world, it's about 8 a.m. in the morning. It is Monday the 21st of May 2018. The sun has just moved into Gemini in the last hour or two, three, and the moon is now in the middle of Leo in the same degree as it was at the total eclipse of the sun on the 11th of August 1999, and the same degree as it will be on the partial eclipse of the sun that's coming up around 9th, 10th, 11th August of this year. So, a bit of basic astrology here. As I speak, the sun has just moved into Gemini and it is now trining Mars at the start of Aquarius. And over the next 2 or 3 days, the sun will be very strongly trine Mars. So, I thought I'd have a look at Sun-Mars aspects. Without wishing to be too generic and insulting the intelligence of my listeners, the sun is the star that gives us heat, light and life. Without the sun we wouldn't be here. So the sun represents that part of oneself that's absolutely unique, untouchable, unaffectable by anyone else under any time, under any circumstances. Keywords for the sun are core, soul and heart. Mars is a dry, dusty, ironclad planet that's got a lot of iron in its rock, which is why it comes across as being orangey red. Mars is the capacity for aggression, warfare, violence, bravery, heroism and courage. It's how one uses one's physical ability. It can be assertive and projective, as well as aggressive and confrontational. It's what you're like down the gym, digging the garden, in the bedroom, walking the dog. It's how you use your energy. When the sun and Mars are together, it creates a strong physical drive. Now, there's a number of different aspects that can happen here. I'm not going to be looking at the minor aspects because they're not that significant. They are if they're exact, but they need to be exact for them to be significant. But let's look at the big five, maybe the big six. When the sun is opposite Mars. Now this is really rare. You only get sun opposite Mars for about 3 or 4 days every 2 and a bit years. And you cannot have sun opposite Mars without Mars being also retrograde at the same time. But the sun opposite Mars individual is someone who really doesn't quite know what to do with their energy. Most of the time they've got so much of it, but they can't control it. They're not able to identify with their physical drive, and they're either going to be really rampant, antagonistic, full-on, dynamic, or they're going to be almost with a lack of assertiveness and projectiveness. Sun opposite Mars can be seen as accident prone. These are the people who often get a lot of cuts or burns to the physical body. Sun trine Mars, such as that which we're going through now, is actually a really healthy aspect. It puts the sun and the Mars in compatible signs. For example, at the moment, the sun is in Gemini, Mars is in Aquarius, both in air signs. So the communication side of the sun and Mars is going to be coming through. There's going to be a harmonious flow of physical energy with willpower and identity, which is going to create a harmonious dynamic so that a lot of things can get done. So therefore, those people born at the very start of Aquarius, Libra and Gemini are all going to be in a good position to get a lot of physical energy, physical activity done over the next few days. Sun square Mars is actually a really difficult aspect. It's harder than the opposition. The Sun square Mars creates the bull in the china shop. The person who wants everything to happen now, and as a result it's clumsy, accident prone, impulsive, volatile, and bumps, bangs, bruises, broken bones, burns, and particularly stuff involving the blood pressure, heart. Sun square Mars people rarely have a quiet, steady, stable, consistent life. They're always doing something. And these are the people who genuinely think that actions speak louder than words. But there is a motto here that says you need to think before you act. Sun sextile Mars, a 60-degree angle, is a lovely aspect. It really is. It doesn't in itself give good physical health, but it does give good recovery and good recuperation. These are the people who always get better fast and somehow have the knack of being able to avoid injury. They always seem to have a good relationship with their body and they get on well with themselves. It's a lovely aspect. It's one of the nicest aspects in the zodiac. Sun conjunct Mars. Here's the real powerhouse of the zodiac. These are the people who, if you've got the Sun conjunct Mars in your chart, you're going to be a doer. Okay? I say actions speak louder than words, but this time it's real. This is the ones who just think, don't tell me what you're going to do, tell me when you've done it. These are the people who will just say, I'll do that, and they'll get on with it and they'll do it. Depending on the sign and house shows the way the energy manifests and in which area the energy manifests, but Sun conjunct Mars gives physical drive, energy, libido, strength, and confidence. I will mention a little bit about the minor aspects. When the Sun is quintile Mars, 72 degrees, it seems to give the ability of being in exactly the right place at exactly the right time. Rare, but there. And Sun in conjunct Mars, again, needs to be accurate to within 2 degrees at the most. These are the people who often feel a little bit as if they don't really identify with their body that much, and they're always having to compromise and adjust themselves in order to feel that they're getting the best out of themselves. But Sun Mars contacts, it's the blend of physicality and identity, of willpower and strength. And these are perhaps the two strongest planets or planetary points when it comes to physical action. Okay, a bit of basic astrology today, folks. Hope you enjoyed it. Bye.